Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me, and thank you to all my new subscribers, and welcome to people that have been here for a while, and welcome to people who aren't subscribed, who are just having a little nose. I am going to do a Roxy's weekly challenge. This is one from about a year ago. This week's challenge was a variation on last week's, and last week's was the first one I did. So I didn't want to do a variation. I wanted to do something different. So I was watching. I was busy yesterday doing things, and so I had one of her playlists just playing, and I tried a few out. And so this one I really quite liked. She kind of used some checks for the background, and created this little sort of floating pockets. Used some vellum as pockets, decorated them up, and then just had a place to put like journaling cards and things. So I had a load of stuff on my desk, and I kind of that's deliberately folded up like that, because without it being folded it was too tall for this. Yeah, and I really liked it. So I thought I can make some more of those. And so I have today purchased this kit with a load of checks in. I've got a few from other kits, but this was 50% off, Rach and Bella Crafts. And so it won't be today when I'm filming it. You know, it's today I'm filming this. It won't be today when it goes live. So they're cool. So I've got a few prepared for doing this with. Might not do all of these. So I printed them on. I used Navigator 120 GSM presentation paper, and I was gonna wait until we were going to put the heating on, and I was going to coffee dye the back, but actually this I printed on both sides of this, and I didn't think it was quite thick enough, so I've backed them. So this one was a bit pinky, so that's avocado dyed paper. This one that's got like a little bit of a greeny tinge, that's red cabbage dyed paper, as is that one. I thought it went quite well. And then these two are on coffee dyed paper. So they're on, this is just ordinary, this is tea dyed, not coffee, ordinary copier paper. So they're not too thick, but they're thicker than this one. Okay, so simply you just fold in the top bit down. I folded over the top of this one because it was quite thin, to give it a thicker thing, but I don't think I need to on this one. And I'm just going to fold down that top bit there. I'm not measuring, I'm just folding and thinking that'll do. That's my first fold, because your checks have a nice little bit. I know it's going to be upside down. I mean, I could make a pocket that way, which is quite cool, but that is not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. Fold that bit. Now I'm doing that. It's upside down. Don't bother me. And so I just glued, I just put glue stick all the way around the middle, and then I used my Carlisle glue around the edges. So that should hold for a while. Well, for a long time, I hope. I liked that edge. I thought that was pretty. I don't usually do pink, but quite like that. All right, this side. Yeah, we'll still do that. This is a much longer one, but it's still not too long for a page, is it? Let me just measure. Yeah, it'll be fine. That's quite nice. Do you know, actually, I'm just thinking that would make a nice pocket I am going this one up the other way because I like that. Do something different with this. Something completely different. Not that. Do you know, I'm filming this and I mirror it on my iPad and I still get notifications come up, and I've just been I might do those two as pocket things and those two as that. Then we can do a little bit of a variation. Not quite sure. I might do something different in that. So we got that. So I might do a little bit of stamping on the back of this, because I did on these, didn't I? Yeah. Just to give it a little something. I might stamp on that as well. So let me get my stamps out. So I've got some stamps out. So I've chosen my favourite script from Verify. Got this grid paper off the grid, and this from the Open Sea. It's like a ship's log. I think I was just in the middle of telling you. I just had YouTube recommend a video to me. My own video. I love it when it does that. It's like when I log into Pinterest and it has like suggested pins. Yeah, those are my projects. So yeah, quite funny. So gonna do this one. It's like a ship's log. Just have a little something in the background, liking that. Do like using my stamps for things. I've got a new stamp set coming. Should be tomorrow, maybe the day after. I chose my Mother's Day gift because I know what I want. Ed always says, yeah, there's something you want, just get it. I went, I fancy a stamp set. And he went, that's a surprise. But yeah. Oh, didn't do that very straight. Yes, so I know it's a little bit early. Probably some people watching this that aren't UK based probably thinking, what? A little early? Months early. It's not. It's only well, it's next month. But we're on holiday. We're away on Mother's Day, so I thought we'll have it before. And I did think that I might give up buying craft supplies for Lent. Was a thought of mine. So that was one way of getting around it, because Mother's Day's in the middle of Lent. I could have me cake and eat it, so to speak. Right, done that. Need a bit more now. Need something else to fill in the other bits of gaps, so I need to grab something else. Right, so I've just grabbed my two go-tos. I've got the splatter and the script there from Quiet Meadow. Got the ledger bit there, postmark, and that little label. But we can fill in some of the gaps with these quite merrily. Oh. Yeah, so so I'm looking forward to my new stamp set when it arrives. I was having a discussion with somebody, well, some friends, some who don't stamp, and I said, oh, I really like stamping because it allows you to add very unique elements to a project. Wasn't really my intention to go completely over these, but I think it's worked quite nicely. Postmark, fill in some of those gaps. That needs something along there. Nice little gap there. Nice little gap there. Wee label. So that still needs something. All that one done. So, great. Don't really mind particularly. What can I put there? Let's put some of that there. Yeah, that fills that nicely. Let's stick a bit of that in that corner. Yep. And then the last thing was to just put a few page dots around. That's going to be a pocket, so I'm not bothered about that. That top bit's going to lift up, just realised. Might stamp the top with something completely different. Might put some age dots up there. But if you like, completely transform that. That one and that one. So we'll just need this block. Stamp that down. Yeah, that goes on there really nicely. Yep. And now we'll change to this one. I'll do that. And we'll do that. That'll be that. That'll be grand. So that's those bits done. So I'm just going to clean up all these stamps and get back to the next bit. Okay, so we've got a clear deck. So the first thing is pockets. So these were made out of vellum. So this is vellum that I tea dyed. And I'm not sure that I've got, oh, I could do one of these narrow ones with this. I've not got a lot left, and I haven't got any tea dyed ready. Let's just move these bits out of the way. So the vellum I use is from Stampin Up. It is, you get 20 sheets, they're A4 and they're quite thick. It doesn't have its GSM or poundage, but it is thick. Could use tracing paper, which is another option, but tracing paper is much thinner. I think I've got, oh, I don't know where the pad of tracing paper is. So but it's usually about 750 GSM, I don't know, much thinner. This is quite robust. So she did 2 pockets, a bigger one and a smaller one. So let me just rip this down here to be about the right size, and then we'll have a shorter one. You can just go across there, that'd be easiest. And go across there. Really quite pleased with how it turned out. You can print on vellum, so I might actually stop and print on this. Right, so we'll just rip this to go up, and we'll rip this to come down a bit. Giving us our 2 pockets like so. They will work. Gonna ink around the edges because that has exposed a bit of a whiteness to it. I don't want that. And when you glue vellum, you can see through it, but actually on this project I don't think it matters, because it's too wide. I think the tea dines help, but also it's vintage. We're not bothered. Well, I'm not anyway. So where's my little glue pot? I'm a little glue pot. Short and hiding. There we go. So I'm just going to put, could sew, which was another option I thought of, except if I just glance behind me, it's a little bit problematic to get to my sewing machine at the moment. So I haven't let my craft room get quite as bad as it was before the major sort out I had in the summer, but it isn't as neat and tidy as it actually could be. So vellum takes a wee bit longer to stick. And if you stamp on it, it takes a little bit longer to dry. So that will go on there. And what I'm going to do is stick one of my blocks on there to hold it in place, like so. Move that out of the way. Dun, dun, dun. And I think I'm going to use some of this vellum. So I've got this vellum. This is Vellum Layering Designs. So you get Design Like a Map in white, and then the same in black. You get script there, like newsprint, in black, and then also in white. And then you get a sort of a scripty one that's like handwriting. That's the one in white, and that's the one in black. You get 2 sheets of each, so they're quite cool. So I thought I might use some of this. The white one, if you go over with your inks, then the background you can, then the white writing's a little bit more emphasized, and if we do it on the black, on the black print, that's quite cool. So it just gives it an aged look rather than tea dyeing. It's another way of doing it, so I thought they might look quite cool. So I'm gonna get the right size of the sheets that I want. So I think I might just rip up there. You could use a trimmer. So again, this is quite thick vellum. You can see which is the right side because it's fainter on that side. Now that's already ripped at the top, quite like that. Might keep that. I'll have that as the pocket there. And then I could use maybe plain vellum on the front to there's a bit plain there. So let's do another bit that size. And down, and then there. Yeah, quite liking that. So let's have a look at the others. We'll get the vellum all ready. So creating a little bit of a mass make. That one there was the widest, so well, I might just do the shallower pocket in this. There, and then we can do it on one of the others as well. Make that across. And then we'll just take the end off. That one. Take that end off there. And then we'll have some more plain behind. These are about the same width ish. So do that one along that. Is that too long? Yeah, might bring it down a little bit. So that's that one. That's not big enough. That one's not really big enough. I've got this bit here. Can I use that one there? Oh, perfect. We will. Put that on there, and we'll might leave the straight bit at the bottom and rip it from here. Coolio. I'll do that. Might do that, but have it come in like so. Yeah, so that one's done. So we just need a bit for that one. Have I got another scrap in here? No, it's not looking like it, Jess. It's not looking like it. I'm gonna have to cut into a new one. So come down there. Totally talking to myself doing this. Not really very interesting. I'm not sure if I won't fast forward through this bit, but we'll see. I think I'm going to come down this side here. Like that. There we go. So that's my vellum bits. So I want to, there we go. So what I want to do is these three need aging. So let me use some ink blending, and we'll give it a little bit of an inking. So you get a different effect than if you tea dye, but it's okay. Now what I don't know is if it will just rub off. It's vellum. So time will tell. You can do the, that's the point, I might do it. Might do it on that one, on that little one, if I can remember when the alcohol is. Oh, I think it's in the sink. So we can do a method with vellum. I've only done it a few times, to mixed results. There we go. Let me just see if some of these ends need a bit of inking. I'm gonna ink these ends that I'm gonna do the alcohol technique on them. So if you've got alcohol markers, then you can create neat effects on vellum you need like really strong alcohol. So I tried it the first time and I only had like 70% alcohol, and that's not strong enough. So I bought 99%, and that worked. Okay. So I need a bit. I might have already done that one. Can't remember. Right, so. Oh, I've got some alcohol in my little spritzer, and I'm sure that's the 99% one. So that will work. I have got soft suede, light and dark, and I've got crumb cake, light and dark. Try it on this small one. So you just do blobs over. There we go, don't have to look pretty. Just get in some colour down. Okay, and then you get your alcohol. On there, and it kind of works with the ink. I've probably put a bit too much on, but and you can move it around a bit, and that's just another little effect that you can get. And then you can use your heat gun to dry it, and you can chase the alcohol round there. So I'm gonna grab my tweezers to hold it in place, and that sort of moves the alcohol. You get a completely different effect drying it with a heat tool as opposed to trying it without. But I'm going to call that a success. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to do it again. Do it again. So put that on. So this is soft suede, light and dark. Use whatever you've got. Probably work with a Sharpie. Never tried. I was in the Works the other day. No, you weren't, Jez. You was in Home Bargains. Or was it B&M? Can't remember. I was in both. And they had a big set of alcohol markers, actually. I was like, I don't need them, I've got these. So there we go, all the way over. And now let's have a little bit of a squirt. So you can see there where you can just get like a little mottled effect, but then you can move it around a bit. Might put a bit more on. So you could just leave it to dry naturally, but I want to get this project finished. So you can see how it moves. And then we have it. Quite happy with that. Still a little bit damp there. Now let me show you the alcohol. That was a big stretch. So I've got this. So it's 99.9% minimum of isopropyl alcohol. I got that on Amazon, and that's what works. I can't remember how much I paid for this. 7-8 quid. I can't remember. Also cleans your desk beautifully. So so that's another good thing. And I just decant it into a little spritzer so that I've always got some here on my desk for when I need them. Okie doke. Right, so let's get these glued in place. So you can see, so this was tea dyed, and then this is the alcohol. So you get a similar effect. You don't get the crinkling with that. This is like crinkled. So yeah, I just realised I really need a drink of water. So now we can glue these down. So it does take a while to dry, so I am going to get that back. So that's now dry in place. I might sew around these, but for now that will do. I don't think we're going to have so much problem with it because they are flatter. So you can see, because this is flatter, you're not getting the same problems. Now you could put it on that way and you've got a slightly subtle effect, but I actually like that alcohol all on the outside. Love the way that looks. That is quite lovely. I am thinking that I might do some on the other bits of this vellum for another project. There we are. So they don't need a weight on them because they're not bubbly. You know, they're not uneven like the other ones. So these are sticking down a bit better. So that is the pockets put in. I just realised I was going to do that way up, wasn't I? So it was a different pocket. And now I've put that vellum in it. Could be top tucks, I guess, but that wasn't quite what I wanted. Oh well, it's another one of those now. Oh dear, short-term memory. So we put a tab on them. I think a couple of these I would like to give a little bit of age into. And that one also looking a little bit too clean and nice. That one's all right, but I do think I want to ink on the folds. Don't need anything else, but I might go over a bit. What about this one? No, that one's already nicely aged. So we'll just dab a bit of this on. There we go. Right, so I'm going to put a bit of decoration on them. So I just used on this bit of vintage ledger, some stamped bits I'd done on tea dyed paper. That was another check actually that I just had ripped off, and actual postage stamp. So quite like that idea. So let me get my unfinished ephemera down. So I've got loads of those little bits and bobs in here. So this was just a stamp set that I recently purchased. So I think these little things be nice. Kind of do them all a little bit similar. It makes thinking unnecessary. That will do, that will do, that will do. I've got some numbers. Let's stick a few of those numbers on. Don't want them all the same. Grab a couple of these numbers. So I'll have that one. Got numbers in my new stamp set that I'm waiting to come. That's quite cool. These ones are a bit different colour. That one goes nice with that one, doesn't it? And go nice with that one. Yeah, I have one on there. This is parchment paper actually. Don't think we want Paris. Have that. Right, that'll do. Oh, that one hasn't got a number. Think of a number. Think of a number. Just remember, think of a number. It's a TV show. Oh no, it's French. Oh, let's have that one there. Because it's pink. Overcook that in the oven. There we go. We'll have that one. Sorted. And then I might get me postage stamps out. Find a postage stamp. I always find it's quite useful. Mother-in-law gave me these. To stick to similar idea. And then it takes all the thinking away. So it's quite dark, that blue. Got a different colour. Oh, I like that one. Where should I put her? Put her there. Put that one there. Although that's a newer stamp. I like these ones with the older ones on. Stick that one on that one. I might go into my other stamp collection. Oh, she's nice. Oh, I might put that. I'm going to cut that down so it looks like it is Queen Victoria. Put that one there. Yeah, we'll do that. Do that. She says, having a quick skeg just in case there's something else that's perfect. That'll do. So that will be me little clusters to decorate. Could put something on the top flap if I wanted to. We'll see when we get there. So of course these all need ink in, so I will speed up to ink around all these. So there they are, all inked. I hadn't actually got one out for there, so I got a blue one out and I sort of inked it up a little bit. So I'm actually thinking that's quite big for that one. Let's swap it over. So form a little cluster. I think that's quite nice. We'll stick that down. So I just used some hairdressing scissors on that postage stamp to cut round and make it look like I've got a penny black. If I had a penny black, I'd have loads of money. I've got a few of the red Queen Victoria stamps. Which I'm not quite sure where I put them. I think they are in my stamp drawer, but I'm not quite sure. Got to get them out and use them. What's the point of hoarding them? They look lovely on a project. I have got lots of royal stuff, so I did intend to make a royal themed journal. So I'll probably get them out for that. There, liking that. That's very cool looking, very cool looking. Right, so that is a nice little pattern to follow. Some of them might be on the reverse side, depending on where we've got the most real estate for sticking on. But these, I was just thinking about, so these can just be clipped in a journal. It's a nice little floating pocket. They could be stuck down if you wanted to, and in the sticking down create a pocket either at the top or at the side. This one's quite a big one actually. You could quite like that because you've got a postmark there. You could, I guess you could put them over the top of a page, so it would look like that, and you'd have that flap on the other side. But then when you took it out, you'd have a surprise. But they are intended as a sort of a floating pocket to tuck in. I believe that was the intention. I say you could stick them in and have another pocket. And I say doing everything sort of very similar like this, because I wouldn't be using, these would be in different journals, so you wouldn't know they were the same. Or I might use one in each signature if I had a multi-signature journal. I am making a 2-signature journal right now, so I'd be happy to have one of these in each signature because they're similar but not the same. there we go. So that's that bit done. So we need to do our little tabs on the top. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tabs. So I'm going to use my tab tobber punch and choose something to make the tabs out of. Got here some collage stuff. Use this. This was a masterboard I made. I can randomly take things from here. I think that's enough. I think these work well. So they all need inking, so I'll do that quickly. So there they are, all inked. So I'm just thinking if that one actually didn't particularly think about how these would how they'd look. And actually some of them need a little bit down the edge where they might be seen. There. So eyeball in for the centre. Oh, I didn't stamp on that one because it was going to be a pocket. So you didn't stamp on it. I'll have to do that afterwards. That one. And then it is just a matter of finding journaling cards and things to go in it. Do you know, I think that one needs something pinkified. Might pink that one up. So I might just that pink. Will that work? I think the other pink on that was added to it as well. Yeah, working for me. So that's them all done like that, and I could decide these ones that are on the side I think work okay. That one that is, these three that are definitely upside down might look a little bit odd, but it's done now. It is what it is, it's done now and I ain't changing it. So they need some journaling cards. What I put in these was a photograph which I backed onto coffee dyed paper. That is the back of a cabinet card, and I just grunged it up, and that was a shrunken down letter that I just grunged up. So I think we'll go for similar. So I'm going to find 5 little letters, 5 little cabinet card backs, and 5 pictures. Okay, so I went through my ready-made ephemera, and so I've got a couple of these envelopes that I got the back and the front of. I thought they'd look good. Got some cabinet cards already made up. That one like a journaling card. These have got the backs. These are from Tracy Fox Family Ties. So I've got two there that are like so they've got journaling on the back. That colour goes really good there, actually. Might shove him in. Cool. Not sure if that's not a bit big. Oh, I might shove it. Oh, I think she might go well in there, actually. Like the look of that. Might put it at the back. Not sure, right. So that's the cabinet cards. We've got some nice postcards. So these are just pictures I took out of books. I love that. Learning to swim without being in the water, as if that's going to work. Got a bit of a pinky tinge. Will it fit in there? Oh yeah, it does. Oh, that stuck there. Well, I'm going to sew it, so it doesn't matter, does it? How cool are they? They must be Dutch. That's a grand car. I think that goes with that nice grand. I might. Oh, it might be too wide. Too wide, Jez. Too wide. That was the one I did on my scan and cut. Very cool, that. Will you fit in? No. Okay, so reject, reject, reject. Might put that in. Put that in there. They've got two things in, they've got two things in. So and then let's maybe put tags in the front. These are cute little tags. I like these, nice and simple. Sticking behind with that photo. Put that there. Although I might prefer something a little bit more pinky. I don't like that in there. Changed my mind. She needs something else. Done. Done. Maybe done. Done. She needs something in the back there. Do have, I could fold that over and just have that in. Where's my little Where's my scissors I had not very long ago? There they are. So love it. I'll distress it up afterwards, but that, yeah, perfect. That's that. There we go. She needs a letter. That one. There they are. Ah, that is them done. My Roxy creations from last year. Nice little additions to your journal. Stuff full of all sorts. And the ones that have been coffee dyed, these just need stitching because they're not going to stick. That's my original. There. Dragging in me rubbish. So there. Hope you like that. I will. Should find it in my history. Be able to find Roxy's one. So you can go and check it out. So yeah. I really like those, so I am getting together lots and lots of ephemera and using up stuff that I had previously made as well, which is always good. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll have close-ups over on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, and there'll be links to Stampin' Up things that I've used that you could buy as well. Bye for now.